In addition to the limits that we've already studied, there are many, many others, a lot of which can just be derived using logic or using algebra. However, there's a few special limits that we just kind of have to commit to memory and then apply them to certain other properties. Eventually, we'll also get into something called L'Hopital's rule a few chapters down the road, where we'll actually be able to validate these limits. But for now, just memorize them and know how to use them. So the limit as x approaches 0 of sine of x over x is 1. The limit as x approaches 0 of tan of x over x is 1. And the limit as x approaches 0 of 1 minus cosine of x all over x is 0. Now, these two are the ones we're going to focus on because we can actually multiply the numerator and the denominator inside or outside of the sine function and use these to derive some more complicated answers. So let's just take a look at a couple of examples. The limit as x approaches 0 of sine of 4x over x. We know that the sine of x over x is 1. Because of the multiplicity principle in this particular case, we could just say that this is 4 over 1. And again, as we get into a later chapter, you'll see where these limits are coming from. But in the interim, just know how to use them. Same thing here. The limit as x approaches 0 of tan of 3x all over 5x. Just take the constants and call it 3 over 5. Again, in a later chapter, we'll learn something that will enable us to actually derive these limits. But for now, let's just know them and know how to use them.